the feeling. I was breathless, my heart restless. Every turn felt like it was wrong, but I kept going to show I was strong. Pushing to my own song, but you came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal. I needed time, I needed to be still. I'm letting your light shine, I'm letting your love work through me. In every moment, breathing this moment, you came, you made me see the weight I put on me was too much, too tough to heal.
Alright, guys. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing alright? Doing good? Excited to dunk on Jisu? I'll just wait for a couple more people to get in. You guys could probably tell by what's on screen right now as to what we're going to be discussing. Um, yeah, this stream's going to be more like to get your opinions and just kind of discuss, not really me, like, because like I feel like my videos are meant to like educate. Like there's some like famous quote that's like, uh to adversaries that I feel are inferior, I don't debate, I teach. And that's kind of what I do. Alright, I guess we'll. Did you see the crypto wallet? Yes. Wait, was there another one? Were there like two? I remember she had one like public crypto wallet that had like 74K in it. Did she have like another? If she had like two, then that's enough money to pay off this goal. I mean, we'll talk about the money in the crypto wallets and that kind of stuff, but we're just gonna be talking about this whole how this is being presented, and why this Jisu's kind of in a hard predicament with trying to raise funds for a legal offense. How's it going, French? Doing good. Just kind of bored all day. Wanted to work on videos, but I didn't really have the inspiration, you know. I didn't really know how I wanted to format things yet, so it was just kind of big writer's block. But I got some bangers coming out next year. You're not even ready. Can't believe her Sims fell for the trap. Barely. They achieved like 10% of her goal. Jesus Christ. Oh man. This is we're talking Sims. This is like if I'm gonna do a John Swan. If we assume that all people that donate to Jisoo are Sims, then this is some predatory behavior. Hey, what's up, Slamus? Jisoo also recently had a pretty big collab that should have paid pretty well. Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hugs acting before he thinks. He just he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Anonymous donated 1,000. Probably gave. Shit, this is $1,000, or they just gave. They just refunded their GameCube controller. They're just like, here's the controller back. Are these people? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Like, look, I get it's funny to like dunk on her because like, oh, she's asking the Sims for money, but at the same time, she is entitled to her defense. And nothing she's doing is illegal. It's just really dishonest the way that she's going about this. But the thing is, this is the only way she can go about this without conceding that she's wrong. If there's basically three different ways she can do this, and we'll cover this in the when we read the document. But the document kind of borderlines on kind of sounding like a half truth. Like she tells some of the information, but not enough. Because if she goes too far with explaining the situation, you'll realize that a lot of it is like she's in the wrong. So it's like she's telling half truths. So if she doesn't go too far enough explaining the situation, then people won't know why to donate to her, so she won't get any money. But if she goes too far, then people will be like, "Oh, she's in the wrong. I don't want to donate to her." So she has to kind of borderline on this sort of manipulative, dishonest kind of uh yeah, it's kind of like she had to go the route of being very like dishonest in this whole thing. And it's worse because there's money involved, like asking for donations, and her explanation as to why she should be getting donations is very dishonest. So yeah, enough with the buzzwords. Let's get into this page. Okay, hold up. Let me put on my glasses because my setup right now, like my monitor is like 5 feet away, so I can't see um chat. Alright, hold up. Let me move this closer. Alright, boys. Ah, that's better. Imagine doing all this to protect your ego. Uh, to protect your yeah, that's all this is protecting your ego. Yeah, she's just using the community at this point. That's literally what she's doing. Because it's like, she could just admit she's wrong, but instead, like, she can't, like, she literally, like, she's just in an impossible situation, which I'd normally feel bad for her for that, but she brought this upon herself. So it's like, yeah. I know there's, uh, I think you meant to say, oh, yeah. I know there's more to it than just ego, but even so, even the consequences wouldn't be something too horrible. It would likely be a slap on the wrist. I mean, first of all, she'd have to pay for legal counsel, which she is raising the money for. And then if she loses, she might have to pay for Zero's legal fees or whatever as well. So it's just a lot of money. I can't wait to see her lose again, too. I cannot. I can't wait not only for her to lose, but I can't wait for her to get exposed. Because there's so many people in the community that are like so misinformed and naively believing that she's in the right when but they reject any like new information that comes out. Not even new information to them. Like they just reject seeing anything that could go against her. Like Esam. Esam is such an idiot. Like I don't want to hate some of these people because like they're not like Hugs. I don't really have much against him other than the fact that he's an idiot that's also in like a prominent position in the community. But like I don't like wish for him to be sued or anything. Like that's it. It's just you believe one thing, I believe the other thing, but at the same time you're kind of dumb when it comes to expressing your opinions. That's all I really have against Hugs. And that's all my video was really. Well, that's true. I was under the pretense that she could still back out of it. She was the one getting sued. Nope, that's all out the window once you spelled it out for me. I mean, they could like settle and come to like a legal agreement or something. How the Smash community gonna act all silent? I hate how baldy Sam is. Yeah. All right, so let's get into this document. So, not even a document. We're not covering that. So, any leftover funds will be donated to nonprofit organizations dedicated to fighting sexual abuse, such as RAIN, which I think this is actually a good thing that she's giving the leftover money to a cause. So it's not like she's just stealing the money for herself and just taking the extra. All right, please read through this. Oh, Jisu reaping what she sowed. Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna read through this. Wait, what even is... Hug still has me blocked on Twitter. It's fine, Jisu has me blocked, so... You know. Alright. Let me actually see, what even is rain? Okay. Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. I could run 400 meters in that time. And every 9 minutes, the victim is a child. God. ESAM is an example of top player privilege. If it was another player saying the N-word, that person would get canceled. I don't know, Leffen said the N-word. Probably from hack stuff. Yeah, that's how these idiots work. Am I blocked by Hugs? Let me see. Because some of these people will go out of their way to block people that they disagree with. And it's not even like big name figures where like you know their stances. It's just like random Twitter accounts that have like 2 followers. Yeah, Hugs doesn't have me blocked. Yeah. The Jisu blocked me. Luffin hasn't blocked me yet, which is crazy. Alright, let's go back. He's a top player though, yeah. And he's Leffen. He's the most marketable person in the community. Which is a big reason why a lot of these top, like they have an ulterior motive in not wanting to cancel or ban Leffen. Because it's like he's so profitable. Because like, look, I make a video on him, it gets 20,000 views, which, by the way, thanks guys. But yeah, I make a video on him, it gets 20,000 views because Leffen is a big name. He helps the community in that way. But like I said, normally having a top player like that in a community is supposed to be good for them, but with Leffen, it's just harmful because what he'll do is he'll infiltrate some community in the fighting, some FGC, uh, like some random group in the FGC, slander the game because he can't possibly be bad at the game. It has to be the fact that the game's a poorly designed game. Because remember, Leffen's an expert and knows everything. And then that makes people not want to play the game, or they start attacking the game. And as a result, the community fights back, and then Leffen plays the victim and says, oh no, they're attacking me. I did nothing to deserve this. I just gave my opinion on the game. That's all I did. And now they're trash talking me and attacking me as a person. And then the Smash community gives him sympathy, and that's just the cycle. Cycle repeats. And then it backfired when he tried to do that with Guilty Gear. Because Kensu wasn't having it. I came across all this stuff, but I'm originally from the FGC. This Leffen dude is one of the worst ego-driven players I've ever seen. Yeah, he's... Like, he... Yeah, that's it. Like, the dude's ego just doesn't let him... It doesn't allow him to be wrong. He has to be right about everything, because he's Leffen. And he has to get his way with everything. Like, I wanted to incorporate, in the appeasement section, I wanted to include the, Chudat set as, like, an example of appeasement, but I didn't really feel like it was strong enough, because I felt that was more just the incompetence on the Shine TOs rather than Leffen, but at the same time, if we're talking about this in the context of Leffen being the most profitable person and why he would get certain benefits over other people, then yeah, I think that would be an example because, hey, UCF wasn't on, Leffen complained on Twitter, but he didn't say, like, force the TO's hands or anything. Even if he didn't do that, which, I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because there's no proof that he did. The fact that the TOs were, like, so hell-bent on replaying the set as if that was the only set that didn't have UCF. It just felt weird. And then, like, Leffen just shows a lack of sportsmanship for not just, like, accepting the loss and being like, yeah, this was kind of dumb on the TO's part. Like, he clearly tried to benefit from that situation, and he did. And then he lost to MTK. But yeah. Yo, what's up? I missed a bit of the stream. We're just talking about Leffen Jisu. That's it. We're gonna get into this document. Not document. Why do I keep calling it a document? This GoFundMe page. Can't wait for the day Luffy gets what's coming towards him. Yeah, I can't wait either. Alright, so let's read this. Okay. Please read through all this. It's not that much. It's with a heavy heart that I must ask you guys for help. I'm an independent artist who found a home within the competitive gaming space while in my teens and grew a following from there. My time in the space took me on a journey to seeing the darker sides as I witnessed many counts of abuse, sexual assault, rape, and even pedophilia amongst the scene. Then she links herself. Oh, I'm blocked. Yeah, but yeah, she sources herself when it comes to I've witnessed many accounts of sexual of abuse, sexual assault, rape, and even pedophilia amongst the scene. Normally, when you do something like this, you generally want to corroborate it with someone else's word, Leffen. But like, yeah, this is from like 2019, so this is before all this happened, like way before all this happened. So you can't really prove like that this tweet was connected to the source. Trust me, bro. Well, the thing is, she is right though. It's just like it's kind of weird that she would link herself and not somebody else, like her daddy Leffen. But anyways, in July of 2020, the Me Too movement took hold of gaming at large. Large gamers and gaming companies. That's kind of a what is that? Fat phobic? You're calling Zero a large gamer? How dare you? And gaming companies such as Blizzard and Riot were facing a multitude of allegations. Being one of the only women in the Smash Bros. Community with a platform, I wanted to do everything I could to help. I spoke out about my own experiences and thus encouraged many others to come forward with theirs. What was this? Alright, so this links to this. See, this is where Jisu just does not. I just don't get her at all. You blank out the name here, and then you link the document with the name in it. Like, what? You're gonna blank out the name here. Why didn't you just crop it? Why didn't you just crop it? You could have just, if you're gonna crop out the title, then just crop out the name if you don't want to show it. But then you link it with the name. Yeah, they all have egos. That's the whole point of the community. Like, welcome. Oh yeah, you're the guy that said you were from the FGC. Yeah, that's how everybody works here. It's based off ego. But like some people, like they're not toxic with their egos. Like I feel like Mango has an ego, but it's not bad. Like he's genuinely a good figure in the community. Yeah, exactly. She censors the name when she could have just cropped it out. Alright. While many top figures fell from grace, the biggest was the undisputed, once again, the biggest player, man, the best Smash 4 player at the time, and by far the largest content creator and competitor within the scene. He was found sexting multiple underage girls and attempting to solicit child porn from them, which he has since admitted to. Here's the big problem with saying this, and this might get her into some legal trouble. It wasn't multiple, it was one. And which obviously that doesn't make it any worse. I mean, any better. They're both still terrible. It's just that multiple. The problem is that multiple is a lot worse than one. Because multiple, then it's a pattern of behavior. Like, one is already like, you broke the rules, you did bad, that's terrible, unacceptable. But doing it multiple times is indicative of something even worse that she's trying to imply, which she actually did imply. Not even implied, she straight up said it in her title of this and in her original tweet. She called him a known pedophile, when she ended up changing it to legal fees against Zero lawsuit because, well, I mean, legal counsel probably told her otherwise. She also lowered the goal from, it was originally 150K, I think, and she lowered it. So yeah. So yeah, saying this really makes it sound worse than it actually was, which it already is terrible what he did, but making it this much worse makes it sound like there's a deeper underlying cause to all this when it was really just the only instance. It wasn't a pattern of behavior to our knowledge, because all the other allegations, like the ones Jisu pushed, the ones Leffen pushed, Those ones were false. This is the only true one. Secondly, and attempting to solicit child porn from them. Where's your proof? Besides the victim's word. And Zero confessing to it, which he's now retracted, and he also claims was a suicide note, which, as we've discussed before, I think that's a legitimate. I think that that's true. I don't think he's lying when he says that. Considering that he actually attempted suicide earlier this year, you read the tone of the second half of it, he brings up a story that wasn't even in contention and took blame for it, even though he really shouldn't have. It sounded like he was going to end it all right there. So when you say this, like, you're going to have to prove this. Like, the old, like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything about legal advice, but I know one thing that defamation is about lying. And the ultimate defense against defamation is like the truth. And there's some saying like that, like the truth is the best defense or something. So if you can prove that he did this, then Zero doesn't have a case. But you can't because the only evidence that exists is a confession that he wrote under a ton of stress and the victim's word. It's he said, she said, there's no evidence. So to say this, like this is what's in contention right now. This is what's being disputed in this lawsuit. So for you to just explicitly say this, like I think it was the Fifth or Sixth Amendment, I don't know. Or like if you anything you say can and will be used against you. It's your oh no, your Miranda rights or whatever. Like anything you like so she said this, it can be used against her and she will and the burden of proof will have to fall on her. I don't know how court works, but just logically speaking, how it would make sense to me, she would have to prove this. Yeah, she's sourcing herself, which again I don't think is terrible considering that this was made over a year before she made the Zero accusation, so it's not like yeah. Uh and Ozzy, you're right. That's kind of the next point. The only valid allegation that you pushed, you didn't even make it, you pushed it, was made by a separate party who's anonymous. If you really wanna, that's your only trump card, is someone who's anonymous. So you're gonna have to figure out who she is and get that information when we already don't even know what happened. Will Katie come out the shadows to help? Probably for Jisu. Uh, uh, the people, the people that actually donate don't care about evidence, though. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. How they just ignore any evidence and just wanna, yeah, they naively just believe that believing victims will work, which I think that's important, but at the same time, there's a difference between believing victims and believing just every accusation or just believing every allegation because if there's evidence, like if you don't have evidence, you don't really have anything. Especially if if the other party confesses, then that's one thing, but Zero retracted his confession and explained that it was a suicide note, so it was written under extreme pressure, so it can't even be used in court. So it's like if it's being disputed by the person the allegations made against, then it's like you can't really just like again, we shouldn't be rushing judgment, but like at the same time, I don't know, Katie's gonna have to come out and say something if this is gonna be her defense in court. Because this is the only thing that has anything. This is the only thing in Jisu's camp that has any legitimacy to it, and even then, she can't really use it because unless Katie isn't anonymous. I don't know why Jisu needs donations since she makes thousands off NFTs. Yeah, and she sold $1,000 GameCube controllers. She sold like three, apparently. That's $3,000. $3,000 off of GameCube controllers. That's a whole scholarship to King's College. And she does not amaze and astonish, though. So it's crazy. We don't know if the confession can't be used in court or if Katie needs to come out until a hearing starts. I mean, if I'm pretty sure you can't use confessions that are like written under like duress and stress and that kind of from like outside sources, which there was. She got the bank. All right, this next sentence gets me every time. No matter if I'm right. No matter if I'm right, the internet is not a court of law. That's ironic. The controller craft false narratives also. Oh my god. The internet's not a court of law. Wow. Continuing to respond publicly with evidence would do nothing but fan the flames. We're at the point now where legal professionals are now involved, and it's up to them to handle it. Alright. Which is why instead of going to legal professionals in the first place, you whined about it on Twitter. I mean, sometimes you don't want to press charges. Like in the Katie situation, Katie prefaced her uh, twit longer by saying all I wanted was an apology, and then she shared her story, and yeah, and she wanted to remain anonymous. And if you want to sue somebody, you can't remain anonymous, so that's obviously something. But Jisu's a public figure, and she clearly wants Zero dead. So I don't know why. I don't know. Yeah, like the lack of self awareness here is just crazy. She's like cracked in every other stat, like money in her crypto wallet, simps. Like she has everything except common sense and self awareness. Like the internet is not a court of law. So then why did you try Zero's case in the court of law when you should have sued him? Alright, why need the money? Unfortunately, this does not stop anyone from being able to file a suit. When a suit is filed against you, no matter if you're right or wrong, you must hire a lawyer. I'm sorry, I'm making like smart faces, like, and you guys can't see me because I don't have a camera, but I'm just making kind of like condescending faces right now. Like, when hiring a lawyer, the process becomes expensive until she deletes her social medias. Yeah, she's not doing that because she's an artist and that's kind of her platform. All right, when hiring a lawyer, the process becomes expensive as you are usually asked to give a large sum, uh, typically 10K or 10K to 50K up front, and then billed hourly after, anywhere from 200 to 1,200 per hour, or in large chunks per each step of the process, 10K minimum. This is kind of the only legitimate. Oh, let me finish reading that. Obviously, that is a lot of money. I'm not a millionaire, and no matter how much money I make, there is no universe where I can afford the possibility of a high 5-digit or even 6-digit figure. I cannot estimate how much this will cost. It is entirely out of my control, and it's completely possible that the entire process from start to finish will cost me more than I've made in my entire lifetime. This is like the only legitimate thing she said in her entire, uh, in this entire page, because even though we talk about like the 70K in her crypto wallet, you still, like, obviously you don't want to have to spend your reserves just to get a legal defense. Like, she's obviously entitled to her own defense, to getting a defense and being able to raise funds for it. And you don't necessarily want to spend the money you already have, even if you have a lot, because you never know, down the line you might need that money for something else. And yeah, so like, yeah, 70K from a public crypto wallet's not going to be enough to cover a legal defense. So yeah, and you might not want to have to spend money, that kind of money. He could probably make her pay the amount of money He lost. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think in these kind of like I watch a little bit of Attorney Tom and he handles like injury kind of claims or whatever. Like he handled the Travis Scott uh concert lawsuit, so yeah, he said like in this kind of stuff, I think about like Gorilla Glue with like the Gorilla Glue girl about like liability and damages and that kind of stuff. Like like you could argue that losing his sponsors was the damages, losing fans and subscribers and the money that that would have translated to, that would have been damages. Yeah, I think is he also banned on Twitch? And then that's also would count as damages. I had no idea Leffen's tactic was to provoke debate as an opening and then use that to make personal attacks, resulting in growing his brand at his target's. Yeah, that's literally his whole existence. That's literally the whole point of his existence. Nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, like, and because she's the one who made the document and posted it online publicly for everybody to see, she's obviously liable. So it's literally up to her to just prove that that everything she said is true, which it's not. And the only thing that could possibly be true wasn't made by her and was made by an anonymous source who would end up no longer being anonymous because of this and might not even want to help because she might want to remain anonymous. So basically, Jisu's screwed and is begging the Smash community for money, and no one's giving it to her because they realize you're kind of wrong, Jisu. Which is kind of a hard predicament to be in because she needs the money, but uh if she tries to explain why she needs the money, if she doesn't explain enough, like, because with stuff like this, if she doesn't explain why she needs the money, like, oh, he did this, and like, then people won't give it to her. But if she gives the context that it was actually only one, and we don't, and this isn't even a lie, this isn't even necessarily true, and that she lied about the other stuff, yeah. What if it doesn't end up costing that much? Alright, this is my goal. I've already dedicated this is basically just like saying that she'd donate. Alright, let's see. This is my goal. I've already dedicated a significant amount of time and effort to expediting this and making it as cheap as possible. I even had to drop out of school. Unfortunately, I'm not a legal professional, and all the professionals I have contacted expressed that their bigger concern is my lack of funds. Obviously, better lawyers are more expensive, and again, even if you're right in your case, you still need to hire a good lawyer. I feel bad for that lawyer because here's the thing, when you initially title this being sued by known pedo and then you end up changing it, I'm assuming that was your legal counsel that told you to change it, which really shows the state of your legal defense. If you can't even, like, the thing that's in contention is Zero being a pedo. So if you can't even title your thing Zero is a known pedo, and you don't even have the evidence to back it up, that, I mean, maybe it's just you don't want to say that because you just want to save it for court, I guess. But at the same time, like, it just shows how dumb she is. Yeah, I'm surprised Leffen hasn't done anything. Where's Leffen been? Come and get your girl. I can promise you, Jisoo only needs like 10% of the actual. Well, she got 10%. She's set. She's good. I have no idea how long this will play out. It's possible this takes months to even years. Uh, the legal system does not favor swift and just endings. I'm not going into this looking to make any money either, as winning a lawsuit does nothing but prove he is wrong. Well, too bad you're not you're not gonna win this lawsuit. Too bad. Almost all lawsuits are convoluted money sinks, and I have to prepare for the worst. I mean, yeah, like as I said before, she's entitled to funding her own defense, even crowdfunding it. Like, this isn't illegal, it's just really dishonest. And maybe it is illegal because it's dishonest. I don't know how laws work. I don't GoFundMe, so. Levin has been quiet. See, I'm telling you, my rap skills are just unparalleled. Nobody. Eminem's been quiet since my track dropped. Kendrick hasn't dropped anything. Leffen hasn't dropped anything, bro. Chillin hasn't dropped anything. It's insane. Nobody can test me. Nobody can challenge me. I'm the best rapper in the community. My rap skills are so fire. Leffen started losing followers again. Like he was gaining them because of Summit, and then he's leaking them again. Alright, how will you use the money? I wonder how you're gonna lose the money. I wonder how you're gonna use the money, Jisu. I'm going to use the money to seek the best possible legal counsel within reason. With any legal case, there's multiple ways to tackle it. I'm going to go with the approach my lawyer sees best. If that means adding more steps to the process, then so be it. I can't control or explain how this money will be spent in detail. I've sought out advice and consulted many professionals, but at the end of the day, I don't know the legal system, and it's up to my lawyers to see how the money is best spent. Oh, be careful about chilling. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get on his bad side. Yeah, that's the only like Jisoo is an actual victim of like grooming. So it would only so like yeah. But at the same time, like the amount of just lies and misinformation that she's pushed is crazy. Literally the amount is higher than some indie games need to come out. Yeah. Among Us didn't cost this much. And yet who's more sus? That was a dumb joke. Any leftover funds will be donated to nonprofits dedicated. Yeah, she already said that. I. Why should I care? I know to many of you, at a certain point, you stop being just a victim. Yeah, under the assumption Katie even exists, well, Zero did yeah, I think Katie has to exist, otherwise Zero wouldn't admit to that stuff. Like not even his confession, just afterwards. I know to many of you, I'm just another internet stranger begging for money. In no universe do I expect strangers to care about me that much. What I really want people to see, though, is that this represents a lot more than just a poor artist girl getting fricked over by some internet celeb. Which what this really represents is the opportunity to set a precedent to any onlooking abuser that the justice system will not serve them. Yeah, this let's just say you literally incited a harassment campaign against Vanessa and gave her PTSD in one of your lies against Zero. Who's the real abuser? Like, obviously Zero, but you too. Yeah, and she wants Zero dead. Are you not are you not an abuser too? In what world is giving someone PTSD not abuse? Plot twist, Katie comes to court and she's just laughing in a wig. Oh my god. But yeah. Like, are you not also an abuser? Like, I just don't get this logic. Like, we're living in a day and age now where social change is truly possible. For the longest time, many have stayed silent and endured the abuse from a system stacked against them, but with things like hashtag #MeToo, we are finally able to find a voice and find strength in numbers. Okay, and then she talks about like sharing nudes is driving people to suicide, but she didn't link the source, which is, I mean, you might have to take down the GoFundMe again and then blame it on people reporting it, so that way you could change this. But yeah. I'm tired, I'm drained, and I was close to being silent. This lawsuit has dragged me back out in the spotlight, but now that it's happening, I'm going to do everything I can to get justice. Oh, wow. You could start by conceding. You could start by getting yourself banned. That'll, yeah, like, if she ends up bringing the commentary community as key witnesses, I'm neck roping my account. That people can, let me see. Imagine bringing up Activision. Yeah, like, this stuff is just, it's just buzzwords and freaking. Yeah, she wanted Zero to die. She literally wants Zero to die. She wants Sky Williams to die. She wants all of them to die. In the words of low tier god, oh no, let's see. You're going to commit sewer slide. She's gonna have an Ace Attorney style meltdown in the courtroom. Alright, I'm gonna have to make that objection dot lol later. Augie is a character witness. Bro, Augie would just be Wendy Oldbag. Yeah, she harassed E to delete the interview. She's like, it's an insult to victims. Oh, zero attempted suicide? Well, guess what? Sometimes victims want to attempt suicide. I'm like, okay. So they both, maybe, do you think, do you really think he wants to? Wait, Slime was also a part of that? Like, I get not wanting him to post that because it's like here's my stance on that. You can just ask Zero and be like, "Hey, are you good?" And then just be like a middleman translator between them. Like, "Oh, Zero, what are you good?" He says, "Yeah, I'm doing good." And then E just says, "Zero's doing fine. I spoke to him yesterday." If he had done that and they argued against that, then they'd actually be like idiots. But like posting a full-on wellness check is it just felt weird. Like especially for me when it came out. Like I know what E's intentions were. Who's Augie? He's an idiot grifter. Uh, what was I saying? Um, yeah, it just felt weird coming out at the time. Like I knew what his intentions were, and but it's like it's just how it comes across, just really weird. Luffin went to Reddit and spurred about the E interview. $12,000, dude. With that, you can fund an entire game. Yeah, lawsuits are expensive. Lawsuits are because you get paid by the hour. Augie is a commentary guy prone to hysteria when proven wrong. Yeah, he's literally just synonymous with freaking. Yeah, I thought I had something there, but I just forgot. I didn't have the word. Could you imagine Augie is a? I mean, could you imagine that though? She got donated to, despite yeah, because at the same because some dude literally donated. Yeah, look at these donations. I was talking about this at the start of the stream. Augie would filibuster in court, and they'd be like, "This isn't a Senate debate. This is court." And he'd be like, "Shut up! I'm talking. You lied. Oh my God, it's crazy. 1914, Ice Cube, Ice Cube." And it's like, shut up, Augie. Like you're literally one of the biggest grifters on the internet. You're the one that'll defend your right to edgy humor, but then be like, "Oh, what's his face saying the C word is bad." But it's like, if I say the F word or I call somebody gay, that's fine, but you say, yeah. Look and see if Leffen is on there. I don't know. Leffen could be the anonymous. We never know. Or the anonymous is Katie. Well, Katie and Leffen are the same person. Katie's just Leffen in a wig. Augie would tell the judge to cope and see. Well, it's turning into an Augie roast fest. Oh my god. Yeah, the anon. Bro, Here's what I'll do. After the stream, if the boys aren't doing anything, because they might be on, but if they're not on, I'm gonna open up objection.lol and just make the zero lawsuit. Put Augie in his Wendy old bag. Yeah, it's so easy. He brings it upon himself. He's so freaking dumb. See, doesn't he like I could make a whole video on why Augie's a terrible debater and like why that tech debate was terrible. Yeah, nobody's donated in over a day. Let me refresh. Yeah, Hugo Simpin is crazy. Yeah, nobody's donated in a day. Augie would say he doesn't remember the details of the allegation. Yeah. She gets a court-appointed lawyer. I mean, yeah, that's I think that's how, I think, like, constitutionally, you have a right to a defense, even if you can't afford a lawyer, then they'll just give you one. Augie was screaming like a 2-year-old? No, he was screaming like a 1-year-old. She probably won't even reach 15K, realistically. Because if the highest donation was 250, then it's like, this is out of 200 donations. Let me calc that for a second. How much money, on average, how much money per donation she's getting? So she has, she's getting about 58, 55, 58, 55 to $56 around, like, on average per donation. I don't think she's getting that far. Yeah, what if he got catfished? That's crazy, because she's anonymous. He could have been catfished. Wait, that wouldn't even make sense, because she said she was 14. So yeah, it would be really, really weird. Either way, what Zero did is bad. Like, even if it wasn't, even if it was just like a Hoggie's Hoggie's PTSD meltdown brought on by the Ice Cube incident of 1914. Bro. The Ice Cube incident of 1914 when Zero Sewer slid into her DMs. Yeah, because people are idiots. Because John Swan just refuses to accept, to even acknowledge the fact that, hey, maybe his confession is a suicide note and that's why he's retracting it and that's why it wouldn't fly in a court of law. And then he ignores the fact that Tech condemned his brother. I guess I can make a whole video just debunking the John Swan video. Like, should I do that? You guys want me to make that? Because I covered it yesterday, not yesterday, like the other day on what's wrong with the John Swan video, but I could make a full like length video, like a solid video just debunking the whole thing. Yeah, that's the weirdest part. She wants Zero dead. Is there Oh, I was about to read that, but it got retracted. Yeah, Tech's already working on a video, but I wanna. Yeah, I'm a. Should I be the John Swan Slayer? Swan Killer? I mean, John Swan killed himself, basically. That's a terrible way to phrase it. He sewer slid himself. There we go. The video stems from a fundamental disagreement, but it's poised to make it seem like Technicals is objectively in the wrong. Yeah, that's all this is. It's agree to disagree. Do you think Zero's a pedo? They say yes, Tech says no, and they have their reasons, which I think both are legitimate. That's fine. But you don't have to make it bigger than that. John Swan has already been canceled once. Yeah. Yeah, John Swan is a yeah, it's he can't like as you said, like crafting all, you can't he can't talk about credibility in any way without coming off as a hypocrite. Now, as I said before, just because you might I want to here's the thing, even if you're a hypocrite, that doesn't necessarily make you wrong. Like if you drink and drive and then get into a car accident and then you tell somebody else don't drink and drive, you're still right. Even though you're a hypocrite, you're still right. Hashtag you too. John's one out here trying to speedrun his cancellation like Dream. Virtue signaling from the anti-virtue signalers. Like, there's just. They're like the definition of grifters, dude. The grift is immaculate. Oh, Augie's live right now. Hopefully he doesn't come in here. How likely will Zero beat Jisu in court? I mean, if Jisu can find Katie and, like, get information like that, then she could maybe have a case. But I don't know, because she still lied. Can't wait to see Twitter's reaction if Zero. I don't even want Zero to win. I just want Jisoo to get exposed, like the messages. I just want to see her like DMs and that kind of stuff with the other what because Leffen confirmed that he spoke to Jisoo before she made her accusations. So I want to see what those DMs look like. Let Augie come in and debate him easy. Like I'm not really I'm not really in the mood for debate. Like I just want to talk to you guys because I'm not really prepared. Like I could like if Augie's not prepared, I could destroy him. I would obliterate him. There's also the statute of limitations, even if Katie tests. Well, here's the thing: it's not even a matter. This isn't a matter of. It's just is the information true or false? That's all this is. It's not even oh can Zero be tried and for what he did with like statute like that doesn't really matter. Yeah, Katie's the only saving grace for Jisoo, and Katie's anonymous, so there's so much mystery surrounding it because the most incriminating thing about the situation is he said she said. I really hope the court subpoenas the DMs me too. Muffin might have nuked them. I mean, can't those kinds of like message sites like archive that stuff? I don't know. But yeah, I might like I have so much content planned for next year, but I don't know what I want to release this. Like I know what I want to release, but I feel like there's just like one more video that I want to do. Like I want to do a video like within uh two videos before the month ends, and then I want to also do one more this month. and then next year I'm gonna kick it off with some big moves. The Ice Cube messages exist, and that would be the killing blow to Zero. That still assumes they exist, of course. That's the thing, because it's like she didn't provide any screenshots, so they don't exist to our knowledge. If Skype could reproduce those messages of them happening, if it was even sent over Skype, then yeah, it's just so weird. Yeah, I want Jisoo to just get completely dunked on. That's it. She needs to get what's coming to her. And if this is the way it's done, through having to pay $1 billion, then so be it. Yeah, Katie actually went to Jisoo regarding the allegations. Yeah, if Katie loses her anonymity, yeah. Yeah, getting the original clips from Metagame is there are better ones that I found on YouTube because mine were was like a zoomed in reproduction of the full doc, whereas that one is just a normal uh not like normal uh the clips. So yeah. Yeah, there's still false accusations as well. Uh I, I don't know, there also needs to be like some form of like in order like with defamation is weird because if you have like plausible deniability that you didn't know the information was false, then you can escape the lawsuit because then you didn't know it was false, so you shared it. That's why a lot of people. That's why when people like speak, they say I don't know, yada yada, so that way they can't get sued because then there's no legal grounds for it. Because then you have plausible deniability that you didn't know the what was true or not. Yeah, I don't know if Katie's gonna want to be involved either. All right, let me check Discord. What's going on there? I remember in the hack server they were discussing something. Yeah, that's when she sealed her fate. When she said like Zero's a known pedophile, like that's literally what's being held in contention right now. She's so dumb. Nothing to see in the hack server. Damn it. Alright. Oh yeah, the boys are live right now. Oh, not live. They're on Discord right now. After this is over, I might just hop in there. Yeah, what are you guys thinking? So basically, I'm gonna make a video completely debunking the John Swan video. Then I'm gonna Probably make an objection.lol of the zero core case. And then, yeah, two other videos coming out later this month. And maybe another if the Leffen, if people start responding to the Leffen documentary. So is 1.03 worth it? Still haven't tried it yet. Me neither. I still gotta try it out yet. But I'm really excited because it looks, it's how Melee should be played, really. Like with button remapping. Because one of my friends, I want to get him into Melee, but he does not like tap jump. But with 1.03, you can disable tap jump, so that'll be great. Because he plays Falcon, and I'm like, you should play Falcon in Melee. He's so much better. He's like, yes, but tap jump. I'm like, just learn tap jump. He's like, no. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, there's so much that does not matter. They make like, oh, Tech was in the group. Like he's so dumb, man. Like I used to love John Swan, and then the whole Dream thing happened, like the Pie Man thing, the Dream thing, and I was like, I can't. Like I want to respect this guy. I respect him barely, but I'll never support him. Took me 3 days to learn tap jump. Yeah, it's weird. Apparently, Falcon in 64 is really good, and Falcon in PM feels pretty good too, through my experience. And Falcon in 4 is okay, and Falcon in Ult's mid, or meh. It's really only Falcon in Brawl that's like definitively bad. Yeah, that's all it is. And be like, oh, if John Swan were to, if, like, this is, I have sympathy for John Swan because if he were to support technicals, then he would have to support Pie Man or something stupid. I don't even. That was just me saying something. I don't know, but like something like that. What happened with John Swan and Pie Man? Basically, John Swan pushed called this kid a pedophile, which is crazy because he's a kid, and then basically pushed him to suicide, and then said you're suicide baiting, which is like crazy. Like, dude, it's crazy. All right, hey friend, what do you think about Levin being a liar simp over the Jisu issues? I mean, what do you expect? Conspired with Jisu, you sound like a simp. He read the role and he still couldn't hit. Like it's crazy. Like it's this is the take on the whole on Leffen being dumb in terms of the Jisu stuff. Oh, John is not the sharpest tool in the shed. Yeah, basically. I mean, he's a swan, so like, like we're even a swan on like the bird tier list. Thanks, dude. I got the bars. You already know. I understand John's point, but he paints Zero as someone who cannot be redeemed, despite Zero showing the world that he does want to change. Yeah, Leffen will throw her under the bus instantly. Instantly throw her under the bus. Because that's how he has to save himself. Unless in this lawsuit he gets roped in somehow. That's the only way he can't win. At the same time, John made sure to not to talk about the commentary community backing up Zaptai, which in comparison is a worse offense. Like, I don't know anything about the Zaptai situation, so I'm gonna have to inform myself. I'll probably watch Nick's video, But yeah, basically, I think Zaptai was like 20 and the girl was like six, said she was 16, but she was actually like 13, 14 or something like that. But it's like 2016 is not that, like, that's not really, that's not an accept that is that acceptable? No. Wait, low tier god made a diss track towards anti what? Could you link me that? Like, could you link me that? We gotta listen to that. According to Tech, Nick did a poor job of explaining the situation. All right, I need something. All right, let me do this. Hello. Oh, it's just, if anti is outside of the states, 20 and 16 might be acceptable. Yikes, but acceptable. Yeah, it's still weird. And here's the problem with Augie. He'll be like, oh, 1815. I think that's okay. Like, I don't necessarily, like, apparently saying good and fine, like, there's not synonyms, but if you say good, he'll say, no, you're a liar. I said it was fine, not that it was good. You're a liar. You, like, such an idiot. But anyways, he said, like, he's okay with it. Like, he doesn't care because he supports whatchamacallit, laws, Romeo and Juliet laws. But then talking about Japan, what is the age of consent in Japan? Age of consent. The age of consent in Japan is 13. He's like, so he says, I believe in following the law where you live, unless it's Japan, in which case, don't follow the law. And it's like, why do we have to abide by your arbitrary rules? Not that I think the age of consent in Japan is okay, but why is it that 1815 is okay because it's the law, but say in Florida, I believe the Romeo and Juliet law in Florida allows 24 to 16. Let me see this. No, that's not. I said Florida. Why did it say Ida, Illinois? I want Florida. Okay, so it's 16 in Japan. Okay, so it's 16 in Japan. 13 things amiss. Why are you going over ancient Smash drama? Because we were talking about whatchamacallit, this Kickstarter, which I wasn't able to cover. Um, and now we're on to other stuff. So yeah, let me see this because I hold on. What is the? Let me get the whatchamacallit, Romeo and Juliet clause in Florida. Alright, so it says generally the age of consent in the state is 18. However, sexual activity between a person who is 16 or 17 and up to 23 years old is not illegal under Florida law. So you can be up to 23 with a 16-year-old in Florida. So I would ask Augie. Do you think that's acceptable? It's the law. You said 1815 is fine because that's the law in the state that you live, and you said following the law is what should be done when it comes to this stuff. Do you agree with this law? And you say that unless it's laws that you don't agree with, but that's arbitrary. You might agree with this law, but then you think they're objectively weird for that, even though it's the law. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with an age of consent being 13, but I also think it's weird with a 1815 is weird. Like he's trying to base his stuff on, oh, this is okay because of the law, but then he's against laws in other places. It's like, what do you believe? It's just like Augie just does not have a consistent standard. A lot of his argument was but high school. Yeah, and you could literally say the same thing with Zero. Like in Zero, like you could have 19-year-olds that are in high school in America, and especially in the skewed high school that Zero grew up with, where there were like 20-year-olds apparently. Like yeah, so I could believe. So if we're gonna talk because but high school, then yeah, but high school Zero. But it doesn't make what he did any better because it's still weird. He's just so it's just crazy. Like but high school. So what happens outside of high school? Nothing? Okay, so you think 1815 is fine? Like it's okay? Okay, so what about 2316? Is that okay? But it's illegal in Florida. You talk about oh the law. So yeah, the law. Do you agree with it? No? Okay. It's just crazy. It's just man. I just unmuted Augie's stream and he says that some guy's voice is very high pitched and uneasy on the ears. You can't be. You can't be. Jesus Christ, he really said someone else had a high pitched voice. This dude literally projects onto other people. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is why you don't deal with these kinds of people. Like I used to respect Augie for like what he did. Like I didn't always agree with some of his opinions, but you know what? Alright, if you guys want to strip everything what Nicholas Diorio has done and go back to what I'm Alex was talking about, then I guess him and Zero are on equal footing. Of all people. Yeah, he has to grasp it. That's exactly. It's like he has to displace your opinions and your content down to a level that he can beat it and just dominate it. That's what he did all the technicals debate. When Tech was like, these guys are like harassing me on Twitter. He's like, oh, we're harassing you? Are you oppressed? Are you scared? Wow, you're such a you're so weak, and it's like, dude, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to the conversation. It's irrelevant to his point. He was just giving context, but apparently giving context is making an argument or an excuse, according to you. This is what this is the problem with Augie. Oh, Augie's watching friggin' like Augie criticism videos. That's funny. You know what? I'll drop a video on Augie. How does that sound? Drop a video. I'll John Swan and Augie video, joint video. You know what? I'll make a video talking about the full commentary community, my problems with them. I'll throw in Turkey Tom just for good measure. How about that? Full threesome. How's that sound, guys? Instead of a John Swan video, make an Augie video. Augie diss track, bro. I can't do that. I. Alright, boys. Because I'm gonna go hard on these guys. Like, because there's more stuff than just I disagree with them on the Zero video. Like, there's actual. You sure you aren't biting off more than you can chew? I mean, it's just. Here's the thing, the John Swan video was gonna be. It was gonna just be a short video, just like point by point, just uh dissecting just why the video is bad, whereas the Augie video would be more like the Hugs video. But like because they're kind of linked by that one situation, I could mention everything wrong with the John Swan video in that video. I don't know, should I just make like two separate videos or should I just make one mega video? I want your opinions. Or I might just make a, I'll just make a community post. You listen up because I'm making this quick. Hearing Augie's voice is making me sick. Alright. Video two post. Alright. One mega video, two separate. Alright. Wait, let me delete this and repost. Hold up. Mega video, two separate. Because I want to give context to people who aren't watching the stream. Oh yeah, that's true. Two videos. Yeah, I might just make two videos because yeah, that's what I'll do. Let me grift like these guys, you know? I kinda wanna become a grifter, you know? Debate him. I'm not ready for a debate, dude. Like I'm like after this I'm probably gonna hop on Discord with the boys. Yeah. Like I'll debate him after I'll drop the video because I want to at least like have him understand my position. Like I don't debate people just for like showing dominance. I debate people because I genuinely want to understand their positions and I want them to understand mine so we could uh get a reach sort of like a agreement or a middle ground. Like there are some people in the commentary community that I genuinely think are good faith people, like Willie Mac Show, Cordwit, and even and like Tipster. I think those people, like I can respect them because if I debate them, they're not gonna spurg out like a someone missing a chromosome. Like I don't like yeah, there's people I can actually respect them, and Bo Blacks I can respect because all he does is retweets. And he's not really involved in he doesn't really involve himself in drama like these guys do. He just kind of he's the most objective because all he does is just read tweets. So I respect Bo Blacks. But other than that, it's like Augie I don't like, Nick I don't like. Nick made fun of anti-hacks. Hold on, let me pull up the clip actually. This is why. Yeah, like I really don't want to debate Augie because he'd be the hardest debater person to debate. This hold on, let me.
Okay, well, this is what I was actually trying to find.
All right, so today.
All right, all right. Okay, time. Guys, you're not supporting anyone. You gotta get vaccinated, dude. You gotta get vaccinated. The anti-haxers are trying to keep our boy out of Smash.
This is like actually funny, but it's just.
Holy hell.
Wait, is Big B Zapdie? I could smell the cholesterol from his screen. Isn't Big B and Zapdie the same person? Hold on. Are Big B and Zapdie the same? Like he rebranded as Big B? They are? Yeah, his reaction's so funny. Big B is Zapdie? Oh my god. That just makes it all the more ironic.
Anti-haxers are controlling the narrative. The anti-haxers. What the fuck?
Hashtag get vaccinated.
How Twitter polluted Smash discourse. Why there's so many of these? Why
I
are
made
there
like
so
6,
many of
Nick,
these?
alright.
The last dose! The last dose!
Yeah, you gotta get the last dose, dude.
What the fuck are these supposed to be like? So these are your first 2 shots, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, he's laughing at it, so I feel like I'm, like, actually, I succeeded in titling my videos Anti-Haxers because of the fact that, why is he laughing so hard? Because the whole title's, like, that's the joke. It's a play on, like, anti-vaxxers, anti-haxers. So it's supposed to be stupid. Like, when I first saw this, I started laughing, too, because it's funny. But it's just sad, because it's, like, I wish he had actually watched the videos, or at least one of them. Like, even if it was just part of it, like it would have been nice to just. And if he had watched part of it and made fun of it, like I wouldn't have cared. It's just like if you're just gonna judge these by the titles, like yeah, the whole point of the titles is to be corny and stupid. That's kind of the point. Did he watch the full? I mean, he watched like when he clicked the link, it pulled it up.
It's not gonna pop up here, shit.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what?
Oh yeah, this video here. What is this video? First ever gun cam police shooting Vernon, Texas officer destroys pedophile. What is this? More like Nico Cotto avocado. Yeah. So yeah, Yeah. So yeah. Dario can't be bothered to learn anything. He'd rather chug down Big Learn and eat the entire menu of Taco Bell. If he's laughing at the title, they're clearly the nutshell. There. Yeah. Yeah, but like I'm not mad that he's making like he made fun of the videos really. I'm just kind of just upset because like he's part of like the camp with the over the lawsuit papers. Like he's kind of like his whole stance on the whole zero drama is kind of dumb. It's as dumb as John Swan's. But yeah, commentary community sucks. Left and jisu suck. Yeah. Wait, what the hell? Why is this a? What is this? What? What is this? What kind of? What kind of headline is this? What is it? Why is the internet devolved into this? I don't know. Um. So yeah. John Swan debunk video coming out soon. Then I'll make an Augie video. Then expect probably a kind of like a follow-up video to the Leffen video. Then what else was it? Two special videos to end off the month. How about that? So 5 more videos. Gonna crank them out. Another news: I lost 14 pounds in 2 weeks. Let's go. That's more than That's go over the drama. We covered the drama earlier in the stream. All right, gotta crank these vids out, but it'll be good. Get some good content for you guys, and then later, some down the line, I'll make like an objection.law for the zero court incident or court case. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the plan for this month. A lot of content, not a lot of days left. I might not be able to get it all this month, but I want to get the bulk of it this month. 'Cause next year, gonna make it big, or at least try to. Oh, the drama I have on screen right now, I have no clue what this is. I just clicked on it because it was trending. Like, what kind of headline is this? Alright, what the hell? What is... Okay. Let me close that. Finally waiting for a technicals video is a little boring. Your videos are amazing. Thanks, dude. Yeah, waiting for a tech video, it hurts. But then when it comes out, it's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream off here, unless you guys have like any final thoughts or questions. Oh, his next vid's coming after New Year's, so... Well, my vid's gonna come before New Year's. Alright, so, gonna end the stream off here.